Peace. My name Brother Jihad Amos Muhammad, aka Jit, from Tampa, Florida, out of them College Hill projects, top of the alley, apartment 529, Deucin Lake, all day. All right, here's another story. Not a hood story, but a penitentiary story. In 1989, I was sentenced, facing 27 years with 3 years minimum mandatory, ended up with 10 years with 3 years minimum mandatory. And as you all know, talking to those who have did time in the Florida State Prison, once you hit that processing unit, which I hit Lake Butler, the old Lake Butler, that minimum mandatory turns into a mandatory. So off rip, you got to do that mandatory sentence before you start on your other time. So now, I've been to several different prisons, and I have several penitentiary war stories from those prisons, while in those prisons, that I'm gonna share much as I possibly can without incriminating myself, trying to do a good thing. Now, a lot of them dudes that I did time with, some may still be living, because things do happen in our cities. And I've done time with people from all across the county line, whether it was Miami, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Pensacola, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Gainesville, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Florida is Florida, unlike the federal prison. So cutting through the chase, in 1989, I was sent to ACI East, the East Unit. And at the East Unit, they have this gate that separate the compound. And if my memory served me, you had the chow hall that sit right in the middle of the compound, kind of up, where both sides have entrance into the chow hall. Before I continue, I want to salute all of those who made it during those times, which were some serious times. Unlike today, that I hear that the Florida prison now is being taken over by gangs. Back then, you didn't have gangs like that. If gangs existed when I was in the penitentiary in the 80s, they was real low key. You didn't even know they exist. We represented back then with areas you was from, counties you was from. Down south, they hung together. And down south included Miami, Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, Belle Glade, Clewiston, Fort Myers, everything that was south. And then you had Central Florida, I'm gonna name like the main cities, and then you had some offshoots or little fragment counties. So you had Manatee County, which consists of Palmetto, Bradenton, Sarasota, which is a little south of Tampa. So you had Tampa. Then you had Clearwater, St. Pete. Orlando was kind of like in between, but they mostly rock with us. Then down south. Then you got a little up, Ocala, Gainesville, those little counties that's up there, Sumter area and all of that. Then you got Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Pensacola. That's like up in the Panhandle. That's top of Florida. So now, in 1989, going through the processing of orientation, they call it, orientation. So while being orientated through this processing system or through this orientation building, a dorm, they have to take you from the orientation dorm to the chow hall. And you have to walk down this long sidewalk while both compounds are waiting to go to chow themselves. And they can stand at the gate and antagonize you and say little stuff to you, calling you out your name and everything, So this one particular day, while going to the chow hall, being a new inmate on that compound, it was a dude from Fort Lauderdale. Had a whole bunch of scars in his face. And I don't know his name, but he screamed out as we was walking down, going to the chow hall. I had some burgundy Converse on, some Chuck Taylors. And he screamed out, yeah, nigga, I want them Converse. Nigga he called me red and everything. Red, yeah, I want them Converse. See, this is what you do to a boy. A boy or a son, that's somebody that they want to make they boy or they son. Somebody who washing their boxes and doing other things. Wrong guy. So, as I was walking, I realized I'm the only one got on some Chucks. You know what I mean? Even if I did, I'm gonna look down to see what dude talking about. So he said it again. He said, yeah, Red, I'm gonna get them Chucks. He said, I'm gonna get them Chucks. Yeah, I want them Chucks. I'm gonna get them Chucks. And I looked. I said, yeah. Now you don't supposed to talk in this line. You don't supposed to break rank. And the officers there was real serious now. But one thing I liked about SCI, they'll let you really get it on. The right officer will let you get it on. And so I broke rank. And I turned to the gate where all the other inmates that been there for years. And I turned towards him. And I say, I'm gonna make sure you get these chucks, homie. I'm gonna make sure you get these chucks. He said, what? I said, yeah, remember me. I want you to remember my face, because I'm gonna make sure you get these chucks. They yours. When I hit the pound, they yours. Remind me. Y'all right, nigga, he was woofing. And again, this is not to promote violence, so wherever you are, if you remember me, I know your face because you had a whole bunch of cuts in your face. It's not to promote violence. This is to share my experience on what I've been through, what I've seen, as respectfully as I possibly can. All right. Now, so he said, what? I said, nigga, I'm gonna make sure you get these chucks. They yours. So I go off in the chow hall. My homeboy Eek Bleak. Eek let me skip the line and said, come up here, homeboy. Him and Adrian Mitchell. I mean, not Adrian, Eric Mitchell. E. So Easy and Eek, they in the line. So Eek let me skip. They let me skip. Not knowing that I'm skipping him now, right? This time I done hit the compound. I'm on the compound. So like, Jit, come on. So they had an officer in there, Sergeant Macmillan. Big, tall, black dude. Don't like you talking in this line. And so the same dude that said he was gonna take my Converse, that he wanted my Converse, he was gonna get these, I skipped him, not knowing. So he was behind Eat Them, but I went in front of Eat Them. So he said, damn, my nigga skipping and stuff, man, you know what I'm saying? Whoa. So I turned around, boom, and we lock eyes, face to face. You know what I'm saying? But he behind Eat, but we lock eyes. Shook my head, he looking like this. So I said, yeah. I told you, nigga, you know what I'm saying, you want these Converse, they's yours. Remember you said you wanted these Converse, right? He said, what? Man, nigga, whoa, you know what I'm saying, it's whatever. I said, all right. So Sergeant Macmillan, he screamed out, hey, dumbass, both of y'all, get y'all asses out of here. So we had to go back out and get back in the line, the end of the line. Anybody been to ACI, you know how it go. So we go out, we get him back in he go out first, boom. When he gets son out, Macmillan asking me, what's going on. I said, I don't know how much no do. I just got here. He said, all right, well, get your ass out of here and go back in the line and keep your mouth shut. So I went out. At this time, if we had went out at the same time, we would have been in line together. But when I got out, he was already in line, and he must have didn't take notice of me coming out the dorm. Out the chow hall. He thought Officer Macmillan, Sergeant Macmillan, was just sending him out. But if he had took notice, I left out of the chow hall a few minutes after him. But long truth short, when I get out the chow hall, I'm like 3 people behind him. And he talking to his homeboy from Miami, a lot of them. And he said, yeah, man, some nigga in there from Tampa. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got to be from Tampa because he with, you know what I'm saying, nigga Eat Them, right? So he got to be from Tampa, So as he talking, this time I done patted the dudes in front of me out the way. They already know what that means, you know what I'm saying? So when I patted them out the way to get behind him, he talking what he gonna do to me. I caught him. Bam! That was it. You know what I'm saying? He tried to scrap back. Clinked him up real quick. Straddling, side on him. Bam! 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 You know what I'm saying? Went on and finished him up, did him dirty. Sergeant Smith. Big tall sergeant, looked like Woody off of that little cartoon. So Sergeant Smith used to wear them big old hats, what they call them, them big old CO hats. So Sarge came and got me, pulled me up off of him. I already was on K-Wing at Lake Butler, so confinement, I was already used to confinement. So I knew where I was going at, but I'm gonna make sure he get these converts. So when I got up off of him, I made sure he got him. Bam! Kicked him. So they locked me up. So while in confinement, ACI confinement is different than any other confinement I done been in. And solitary confinement used to be my second home. So I ended up going to the Gator. I don't know no other prison whose confinement is referred to as the Gator. ACI was called the Gator because you don't see no sunlight, none. And you could come out as dark as Wesley Snipes, and you probably come out my color. They used to call it the Gator because they eat your pigmentation up, you know. So, but anyway, I go off in the Gator. So when they move you around, when you go to discipline, when you go to DR court, when you after getting a disciplinary report, they move you around from AC to DC. So when you go to DC, you got to go all the way around that horseshoe. Boom. And so dude back there, he's selling that. Now mind you, I'm fresh at this camp. I don't know how many homies I got at this camp other than Eek and Easy and those who I already encountered. But I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Really don't care. I'm gonna be a man with or without the homies. So I end up on DC, and he's selling that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the new nigga just came in. Yeah, nigga, you stole me. Ooh, I said, don't worry about it. We're gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna let us hit the compound. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that energy till they let us hit the compound, homie. They're like, so his other homies like, man, who that nigga is? Woo. So they get ready. I'm gonna jump some hurdles. So we stayed in there probably about 30 days. They kept me in solitary confinement for about 30 days. I think fighting, you get like 30. So I get out. So as they escorting me out off of DC to get out of confinement, I gotta pass his bars and his homeboys in bars. All of them they want to see who I am, cause I just clinked their homeboy up. He supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? He supposed to, you know, be one of them guys. And so they talking about what they gonna do to me. So I said, oh, y'all gonna get it. I said, oh, y'all gonna get a taste of it. Just wait till we get on the compound. You know what I'm saying? We come back on the compound. Don't check in while you're already in here, so they'll let you out. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop checking in. So we ended up, I'm going out, coming from DC, about to get let out on the compound. So his homeboy get on the door. Talking about, nigga, you hit my homeboy? Nigga, I said, nah, I can't wait to hit you, boy. Hit you right in your mouth, boy. You know what I'm saying? I said, when you get on the compound, I want you to remember me. Just get on the compound. Stop trying to check in. So we going back and forth. I said, stop trying to check in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you too. You know what I'm saying? I heard you. Just don't check in. Just hit the compound. And just right time you see me, let's just get it on right though. No matter where we at, who we in front of. Just go ahead and get it on. You know what I'm saying? You know, boom, boom. But if you keep talking like that, we ain't going to be able to touch each other. So long, truth short again. I get on the compound before him. They got him on DC, but he on the other side. So by the time we hit the compound, ACI is different. It's styled different than any prison in Florida. ACI, from what I know, from the prisons I've been to like 13 prisons. And every last one of these prisons was nothing like ACI. ACI had underground basement, underground dorms, EHU, GHU, and at one point, their solitary confinement was underground. You know, so, but it was strange. It was a military base before. And ACI is in Sneeze, Florida, Appalachia. And man, when I tell you, they at this particular prison, I'm gonna get back to the story, but this particular prison, they grow their own crops. We used to have to go out there and pick carrots. You see big alligators laying out there, you know what I'm saying, from that river, you know, right where at the end of the carrot field, you know, so you got a big old lake, lake or river, whatever, back there in the back. But anyway, but it was a military base. You got ACI East, you got ACI West. I was at the East Unit. So I get on the compound. They let him out on the compound. The dude with the scars in his face that I you know, pound out. ACI also have TV rooms underground. If you've been there in ACI in the 80s, you know ACI had green money, regular money. When I was there, had a pool table, had a workout thing, everything in the dorm, but it was in the basement, underground. It had 2 TV rooms, and each dorm was joined together, whether it was E dorm, I was in bunk E38. But anyway, both dorms can they can merge and go down the same steps to go down to the TV room area. And in the TV room area, you got down south over here, you know what I'm saying, up north over there, you know, in Central Florida on one side. So everybody with their kind. So now everybody kind of sitting in the cut. This is when I find out all my homies that I hadn't seen in so many years. All my homies was here. These dudes was buried alive. So all of us kicking it, you know, they like, damn, Jit, boy, I didn't know you was here. Yeah, man, yeah, ooh. They told me you had hit the compound. You know, so I said, yeah, man. They said, yeah, you had got it on with the cat from Lauderdale. He said, yeah, they mounting up. So down south, mounting up on me. So they really don't know where I'm from. They just know that Bleak, them had let me skip the line. You know what I'm saying? When I had hit the compound. But Eek wasn't there alone after I got there. Eek had done let him got him up out of there. Him, Skinny Kenny, you know what I'm saying, Eric Mitchell, all them boys, they had them let them boys go. But anyway, in the process of me being in confinement. So now we mounting up now. All of us, you know, Tampa over here, they over there, I'm over there with Dallas and all them boys right there. Some of them cats out of Ponce de Leon. So now we chilling. Down south, mounting up for me. So when they see me with Tampa, they say, oh yeah, nigga is from Tampa. So the dude that I went through it with, he advancing towards me. As he coming towards me, I go towards him. You know what I'm saying? So me and him meeting, his clique over there, my clique over here. So as we meeting in the center, you know, I said, what's that? So I'm ready. I'm already geared up, ready to, you know what I'm saying, do whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? Already done got the yah-yah, you know what I'm saying? One of the homies gave me a yah-yah just in case it go that route where we got to shed each other blood. So, boom, we met there. Both of us got our pipes on us. So, I don't know what he had on him. You know what I'm saying? I know I was good. But I wasn't going to go there unless he went there. So, when we met in the center, I was like, what's happening? I'm ready to get it on. He like, nah, man. I said, nah, bro, we straight, man. So, now ain't no shaking no hands, homie. I said, we straight. Your word good enough. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I said, but you know we in prison, right? He said, yeah. He said, nah, bro, yeah, we straight, man. You know what I'm saying? Woo. So I said, all right. Boom. Let it go, right? You know what I'm saying? Apparently, I'm still on guard. Not knowing they was about to push it with somebody else. I don't know who they pushed it, but they pushed it with somebody else. But the static didn't come my way. Boom. So them boys got transferred. The boys from Miami, they got transferred. Something else had kicked off. He had done got involved in something else. So Miami and Lauderdale, they had done got transferred. Boom. So I ain't never seen that dude again since that time. Now I'll tie in another hood story in this since it's short. So after that, after getting settled in at this prison, that wasn't the first. No, it was the first. It was the first fight I had. The second fight came when I was coming through the gate. Going up the sidewalk, going towards E dorm, and a dude from Miami named Beamer, dark-skinned cat, mouth full of gold, long old arms, kind of got a little size on him, and he walked like side to side, like they said, like, you know, like he tough. I don't know him. That's his business. But as me and the dude from Largo named Man, Big Head Man, we walking down the sidewalk, and the dude bumped me. Boom. So I got my bag in my hand, and he just straight up bumped me. Boom. Matter of fact, that was the first incident, but that wasn't the first fight. That was the first incident when I hit the compound. Beamer had bumped me coming through the gate. And I had to drop my bag and everything. But he kept walking. He never looked back. Big dude. Never looked back. And then when I dropped my bag, I was like, man, hold up, man, nigga, just... Then he turned around and said, nigga, what? Called me a H.O. nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? So Man grabbed me. He said, nah, homie, you don't. Man from Largo is just a skip and a hop from Tampa. So he said, nah, homie, let's see who here first. This man's second rodeo. So he said, nah, let's see who on the compound first. He probably was send at you. You know what I'm saying? I like, send at me? He said, yeah, he probably was send at you. He said, you got to learn the politics, homie. He said, let's see how many homies we got here. See who here before we, you know what I'm saying, hit him up. I said, man, I ain't worrying about no politics. I'm hot. So after he turned around and said what he said, he kept going. So I ended up going through that with the dude from Lauderdale, cleaning him up. So now I'm in the dorm doing count time. This doing count time now. Now you know how them Peckerwoods about their count time. You know what I'm saying? Now, while I'm doing count time, dude come to the dorm during count time and said, you got to call out, nigga. And everybody was like, his homeboys were like, who Beeman talking to? Who Beeman talking to? And he said, oh, he talking to the new dude, man. He talking to the old boy right there from Tampa. And I said, yeah, I said, so I don't know what call out mean. I know they put call outs on the board. So I end up and go to one of the homies. I go to one of the homies, right? I go to one of the homies. So I'm like, what's a call out? I said, what's a call out? He said, oh, my dude want to fight you, man. He getting your call out. So I said, all right, boom. So I said, yeah, okay. So now I know what a call out means. So somebody give you a call out in prison, you know what that means. I mean, you better scrap up. So immediately when count time was over with, boom, I rushed out there to the rec yard. Boom. So I see my homeboy Dallas, Dallas' brother, John, I think that's the name, John. I see John, and see a lot of homies I hadn't seen in a while, man, over there by GHU. So when I get over there, they're like, Jit, what's up, Jit, what's up? So I'm like, yeah, I said, I'm gonna holler at your homie. So dude out there scratching like he waiting on me. So I go right up to him, boom, bang him up real quick, bam, go up on him. He kind of big, I go up on him, slam him, boom, kick two of his teeth out. His goals off his teeth. I didn't kick the teeth out. They must have was capped, so I don't know. But I kicked the two goals off on him. He got a mouthful of gold, but I kicked those two goals off on the side. Boom, you know what I'm saying? So Officer Scott, we call him Coach Scott, but he was an officer, CO. So Coach Scott was like, hey, you know. So he let us get it on. And dude tapped out. Cause when I had him down, when I kicked him, boom. You know what I'm saying? When he got back up, I thought he wanted him. He said, nah, you good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking he's saying we good because we finna get, you know what I'm saying, locked up or whatever. See, I'm like this here. Once I know we going at it and the officer come, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do you in. If I kill you, I kill you. But I'm gonna try to do what I gotta do before they come put their hands on me, because I know they're gonna sit me down in confinement for a while. So we end up not going at it. He didn't want to go no further, right? So he like this up. You know what I'm saying? He got his goals up and everything. So Officer Scott, he said, all right now. He said, that's it. Y'all go to the dorm, get from out here. Like I said, ACI would have let you get down. So I ended up going to the dorm. That was that. So I was going to the school up there. So me and the homie, me and one of my partners, we go to the school, go to the classroom. And as we go into the classroom, me and the dude, Beamer, cross path again. And he came out with his hand extended. He said, you know, I'm the type, I go through something which I ain't shaking your hand, man. I'm like, I said, yeah, that's what's up. What's happening? Talking about, that was a good one, bro. That was a straight up fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Boo, boo, boo. You know what I'm saying? You got that one. You know what I'm saying? He said, but you know we got to go at it again. I said, we can do it now. He said, let's go at it right now. You know what I'm saying? He told me, nah, man. He said, nigga, you crazy. I said, nah, I ain't crazy. I said, I ain't soft. I said, nah, you got it, man. He said, but you good. Homie, where you from, man? I said, don't matter, man. What's happening? You know, he said, nah, man, you good, man. You know what I'm saying? And after that, they locked Beamer up. I ain't seen him no more since then. So those two penitentiary war stories in one, since they was very short. But that's how it was at ACI, Appalachia, Sneeze, Florida, ACI East, the East Unit. Yeah, man, it was wild. I got many more from that prison right there, and many more war stories from other prisons. I'll share later. But at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. This your brother, Jihad Amos Muhammad, aka Jit, top of the alley from Tampa, Florida, of College Hill Projects, Deuce and Lake all day. All right, peace.